So in this video, I'm going to show you stocks going crazy into the close on my scanner because, guys, it was quite significant. And I believe the reason for this, like if you saw my previous video, is because they are going long, meaning they, big money, hedge funds are going long into the market and they're closing out short positions. And the way things were flying towards the end of the day absolutely makes me believe exactly what I'm saying to you. I feel that this is very bullish, and I feel that our market is going to be quite green and that we have turned a corner, at least for now. Now, that does not mean that the market's going to stay that way. But anyways, let's get into it. Without further ado, I'm going to show you my scanner and call out the tickers so you can create a watch list. So if you have a pen and paper handy or a phone to take notes in, I highly suggest you pause this video and get that ready so that you can do so, because oftentimes when you see these types of runs in the end of the day, those same names are what's moving the next day. Let's get started. All right, guys, just so that everybody knows why I'm no longer discussing Helbiz, it is not that I don't want to, but it's that I feel it's in my best interest and my family's best interest to just move away from that. I took the video in regards to Yorkville down per the request of the cease and assist that I received. And to be perfectly honest with you, I just feel that it's not worth it, because the reality of the situation, guys, is this market's not about you or I. And I think the rules are you keep your mouth shut when you figure out the game, and that it's best that I do follow that rule, because my daughter needs me and I don't want anything bad to happen. And I don't want her stressed out that her mother's going to end up in a major lawsuit or dead or something else. Who the heck knows? This is a crazy world we live in, and there's a lot of nutsos out there. So I think it's better I just stay away from it. So I am not going to be discussing Helbiz at all going forward, just so everybody's aware. And I think it's best that I don't disclose my position. However, I will be honest and tell you I have not sold at this point because I still see an upside to it. But guys, like I said before, this is a trade to me now, and that's all it is. So I'm taking any emotion out of it. I am no longer making it feel like it's my job to help the CEO realize what's happening to his company, because, you know, it's not my place. So I'm staying out of it, and it stinks, but it is what it is. So moving on, that is no longer a topic of discussion, just so everybody's aware. Now, Meta, after hours. At the time I took this picture, which was probably about an hour ago, it was already up $25.74. I honestly have no idea where it closed, but now I'm curious. However, the reason for this is because they had earnings, which I believe, I didn't really look too deeply, guys. I'm sorry, but my mind is on other things, clearly. And I did see, though, that they offered a huge share buyback. They actually closed up an additional $5 in the after hours. So they were up 2.75% on the day, but they closed the day up $30.92 in the after hours, or 20.20%. Guys, that's phenomenal. And this is huge news. I mean, it's really great for Meta. And I'm so happy to see this, because this is actually my pick of the year for stocks. As far as large caps go in a competition. So looks like I'm off to a great start already. Hopefully it keeps up. So anyways, I think you're going to see huge things happen with that. You may also see, although Snap was down in after hours, remember they had bad earnings yesterday, you may see companies like Pinterest, Etsy, maybe even BBIG make a move off of Meta, because you have to keep in mind too that they're expecting to announce like an attempt to ban TikTok again. So if that does happen, then these companies are going to benefit from that. So look at who would be the benefiting factors. Meta definitely would be huge. Pinterest would be huge because they have a platform for shorts. YouTube obviously would benefit, and God, I feel like Google owns YouTube, so that one may be flying off the chart as well. So anyways, that's what I recommend checking out as far as large caps go. There are some other companies with very high short interest that I think are headed towards a massive squeeze, and they are moving in the after hours, and that would be Carvana, which I did a video on. Check it out if you haven't seen it already. But their short interest is 65.43%. Lucid, LCID, their short interest is 25.49%. And as I mentioned earlier in this video, it did start to squeeze and got pulled back on Friday. And if you heard me, I said I expect the little bit of pullback, consolidation, and then I think this is going to run again, and it started to run again today, guys. I firmly believe that Lucid is nowhere near done yet, and I believe Rivian could also follow in Lucid's footsteps. SI. There was news about SI yesterday in regards to, I believe it was BlackRock taking a large position in them. Well, guys, that has caused a pretty significant move. Their short interest is 70.16%. And when hedge funds are buying into this, you better follow the big money because they're going to run this up now. This ticker is down under $20, and it was even much lower prior to today and prior to this week. But it was trading at one time, you know, in the high 100s. So this is beat down very, very hard. And this is not a ticker I want to own long term, but this is a great run to ride. Mara. All right, I would take a look at all the crypto mining companies. Bitcoin just broke 24,000 in after hours. I am telling you, the sentiment in this market is very strong. So Mara has 44.16% short interest with 1.48 days to cover. Guys, these four names, I think you're going to see very, very large moves coming in them. I'm just giving you the heads up. As well as a lot of other heavily shorted companies too. So maybe Mullen might even be a good pick to keep your eye on. Look at the heat map. This is beautiful. It's all green. This is what I love to see. Bullish, guys. Now, top gainers are 10X, LCI, KBNT, Carvana, CVNA, which is Carvana, sorry, and iLag. This is for after hours, guys. Every morning in my morning watch list, which if you're not subscribed to the channel, I highly suggest that you subscribe so you get notification when I put that out. I give you all the pre-market top movers, but I also like to look after hours, which I normally don't do a video like this. But if you guys like this format, I may do that going forward rather than individual companies because I'd like to move more into news than focus on one thing. So top losers are MIRO, IVC, TSHA, Snap, and EVLO. Now, Snap also had an interesting earnings last quarter where they really massively sold off, followed by a rally. So keep an eye on that name because when it hits a bottom and looks like a good deal again, there will be buying. Technical analysis top list, we have MGAM, SBS, UA, THC, and KRG. All right, guys, I am looking forward to an exciting day tomorrow, and I want to wish you all the best of luck in your trades. And please feel free to leave me a comment below on your thoughts on anything we discussed or other tickers that you think might be worth taking a look at. Thank you again. Have a great night.